Do you know how important your mindset is? Your mindset contributes really to the results that you have in life, to the experiences you have, to the way you feel about yourself, the way you feel about even other people, about everything. I want to share an example with you of how I really first started to learn about how my mindset was affecting me. When I was a kid, I really had a lot of perfectionism going on with myself. Can you relate? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. But perfectionism, it's almost a form of not accepting yourself. And when you're not accepting yourself, then that can contribute to negative thinking about yourself. And like anything, the more we spend more time focusing on something, we generate a momentum with it. So here I was, a preteen and teenager, and just really being so self-critical and generating all these negative thoughts about myself and how other people might be perceiving me, or oh, I didn't do good enough at this one thing. It really weighed on my mind. I ended up developing this momentum and habit of going through all these negative thought processes, where I ended up noticing that time after time I was spiraling downward, and it was not good. It was not good. It's not a good place to be in. And for a while there, I somehow actually thought everyone went through this. And certainly there are many other people that have experienced it. Maybe you have experienced it, and that's why I'm talking about this and sharing this example. But what I learned at that time in my life was, oh, not everyone actually does that to themselves. Not everyone does that to themselves. And so that really brought me to this place where I needed to look inward and go, wait a second, why am I doing this? I'm the one doing this, right? Even if other people outside of me can see that I'm doing it, no one can ever really get in my head and make me turn it around. And same for you. So what I ended up realizing is that, you know what? Okay, I'm the one who has to take ownership of this. I have to, I want different results. So therefore, I've got to change it myself. And I don't know what made me think to do this. But I decided, again as a teenager, I decided to go into my bathroom, look in the mirror, and start telling myself some different thoughts, some different perspectives of me and who I am and the things that I do. And I'll tell you, it was really hard. It was really hard to do at that time, because when you keep sort of bringing yourself down to this lower place that's really not healthy, it's not healthy at all. But when you keep doing that, it's not so easy to really turn that tide and start to see things differently. But that started the shift. And by just starting to see what other thoughts could I have about my situations, about myself, I began to learn that perfectionism is actually a limiting belief, because perfectionism kind of implies that this is what's perfect and anything other than that is less than that. And by generating these thoughts that had me thinking that if I wasn't attaining perfectionism, that I was something less, it was contributing to my mindset, and it wasn't healthy. And so I started to have different thoughts. I started to realize, you know what, I could start to see that I'm on the path, I'm moving forward. I'm doing a little better today than I was the day before. And start to see what's good in my life. Start to see what's good about me. And I share that with you because that's so important. If you are looking to receive a different experience in your life, whatever mindset you have today, look to see what experiences are you having that are actually a direct reflection of that mindset. Because whatever mindset you have, you're going to have experiences that reflect that back to you. So if you want a different experience, it's not about having a different experience first. It's about having the different mindset first, and then seeing that experience reflected back to you. So something to think about. Be easy on yourself. If you are in that space where you're trying to turn the tide, move from a not so negative thinking anymore into a more positive thinking space, be easier on yourself. You can get there. It's really just about practicing and exercising that muscle. When you get so used to exercising that negative muscle, it can seem like that's all there is, but there's not. So just know that. Keep the faith and just continue. And you'll notice over time that it becomes a lot easier to generate the positive thoughts and see what possibilities lie ahead for you. And you're going to see all those experiences reflected outwardly in your life as well.